In the durian plantation in Chanthaburi, Thailand, the rich fruity aroma permeates the hot air. The owner, Ayutthaya Songchai, squinted his eyes and looked up at the plump durians among the lush branches and leaves. His face was full of joy for the harvest, but also a hint of worried. As a fruit farmer with 30 years of planting experience, he has witnessed the ups and downs of the durian industry. Now, the opening of the China-Laos Railway is quietly rewriting the fate of Thai durian, and has also tightly grasped the hearts of countless practitioners like him. For a long time, Thai durian has crossed the ocean to enter the Chinese market, mainly relying on sea transportation and traditional land transportation. It usually takes 10 to 15 days to load from Thai ports, sail through the South China Sea, and arrive at ports on the southeast coast of China. In the cabin, durians are stacked layer by layer. The hot and humid environment is like an invisible killer, quietly eroding their freshness, even with the support of refrigeration equipment. Temperature fluctuations and long-term bumps during transportation still cause a large number of durians to fail before arriving at the port. According to incomplete statistics, the loss rate of durian during sea transportation is as high as 1520, which means that for every 100 durians, 1520 cannot be presented to consumers in the best condition. Looking at land transportation, trucks set out from Thailand, along the winding roads, through Laos, Myanmar and other countries, all the way to China. The road conditions are complex and changeable. During the rainy season, the roads are muddy and geological disasters such as landslides and mudslides occur frequently, often blocking traffic. Ayutthaya recalled. Once, a batch of durians encountered heavy rain during transportation, the road was washed away, and the truck was trapped for 3 days. By the time it arrived at the destination, most of the durians had begun to deteriorate, and the losses were heavy. Moreover, the transportation volume of land transportation is limited, and the cost of a single transportation is high, which makes the price of Thai durian in the Chinese market always difficult to be affordable. On December 3, 2021, the China-Laos Railway was officially open to traffic. This 0.35 km steel dragon winds all the way from Kunming, China to Vientiane, Laos, opening up a new green channel for Thai durian. Thailand acted quickly to effectively connect domestic railways with the China-Laos Railway. Since then, durian transportation has ushered in a revolutionary change at the cold chain center of Lame Chabang port in Thailand. Workers are loading freshly picked golden pillow durian into special containers. These steel boxes, with a length of 6 meters, are not small. Outer wall is made of aviation-grade polyurethane insulation material with a thickness of 12 centimeters, which can withstand extreme temperature differences from 30 to 50. The intelligent temperature control system, embedded in the inner wall, automatically adjusts the temperature every 10 seconds with an accuracy of 0.1. This is a mobile cold storage designed specifically for durian. Engineer Tanawat introduced that each container has 8 sets of built-in circulating fans to simulate the breeze environment under the shade of the durian tree, to prevent the flesh from producing alcohol due to being cooked in traditional sea transportation. Crew members adjust the temperature of the refrigerated cabinet based on experience, and the error is often more than 2°C, causing the durian to be half-cooked or overripe. The cold chain system of the China-Laos Railway has completely changed this situation. The intelligent temperature control terminal developed by CRRC transmits data to the Kunming dispatching center in real time via 5G.INA test in April 2024. A group of durians were set at 12.5 C when they departed from Bangkok. When passing through Laos, the outside temperature reached 38 C. But the fluctuation in the container was always controlled within 0.3 C. This precision allows the breathing rate of durian to stabilize in the optimal range, and the loss of sweetness of the pulp is reduced from 8 to 3 in sea transportation. Open the container door, and the 3 layers of metal racks are neatly arranged, with each layer 45 centimeters apart, just enough to accommodate a standard-sized durian. This golden spacing has been simulated 127 times, both to ensure air circulation and to avoid collision damage. Compared with the stacked loading of traditional trucks, the space utilization rate is increased by 40, and the transportation volume of a single box has increased from 1,200 to 1,700. Even more clever is the vibration buffer device at the bottom, which uses the same air spring as the high-speed rail, which can filter 90 of the road bumps, making the durian lying on marshmallows during the 3,000-kilometer journey at Luang Prabang station in Laos. Staff replaced batteries for cold chain containers. These energy storage modules using lithium iron phosphate technology can maintain temperature control for 72 hours on a single charge. And their endurance is 3 times that of traditional diesel units. More importantly, it achieves zero emissions. The photovoltaic power station in Laos charges the battery, and the carbon footprint of each box of durian transportation is 65 lower than that of sea transportation, which is equivalent to consuming 120 liters less diesel. This green cold chain has made the carbon-neutral fruit logo appear for the first time next to the durian shelves in Chinese supermarkets, the Mohan Mohan port on the China-Laos border. A fresh-keeping relay that races against time is staged every day. Customs officer Xiao Li held a smart detector and scanned the QR code of the container. The screen immediately displayed 27 data, such as the origin, picking time, and temperature control curve of the durian. This is thanks to the cold chain digital passport system, jointly built by China, Laos, and Thailand. He introduced that through blockchain technology, the cargo information has been synchronized to the customs of the 3 countries when the train departs. And the on-site inspection time has been shortened from 48 hours to 30 minutes. In the past, seaborne durian needed to be unpacked and inspected box by box at the port, which took up to 2 days. About 5 of the durian deteriorated due to long exposure time. Now, relying on the whole train straight-through mode of the railway, the refrigerated train carrying durian can complete 11 tests such as radioactivity detection and pesticide residue screening while driving. During the Spring Festival in 2024, a special train carrying 200 tons of durian departed from Bangkok and arrived in Kunming 72 hours later. Only 2 boxes were unpacked and sampled throughout the journey, and the customs clearance efficiency was increased by 90. This trust clearance model stems from the mutually recognized testing standards of the 3 countries. The Thai Ministry of Agriculture has embedded China's 36 testing indicators into its own quality inspection process, realizing one test, universal use in 3 countries. Moreover, it only takes 34 days for durian to arrive in Kunming, China after being loaded on the train from Thailand. The transportation time is greatly shortened, and the loss rate is also sharply reduced to less than 5. The transportation cost of the China-Laos Railway also brings surprises to practitioners. In the past, by sea transportation, the transportation cost of a 40-foot container was as high as $3,000,000, and it did not include additional costs such as port loading and unloading and warehousing. The land transportation cost is even higher, with a transportation cost of about $500,600 per ton. Now, by taking the China-Laos Railway, the transportation cost of a container of durian can be reduced to about $2,000, which is about 1/3 lower. This real economic account has made many durian dealers turn their attention to this emerging railway. The opening of the China-Laos Railway is like a key that opens the door to China's huge consumer market, allowing Thai durian to quickly fly into the homes of ordinary people. In the past, due to high transportation costs and large losses, the price of durian in the Chinese market remained high, often costing dozens or even hundreds of yuan per caddy, becoming a luxury among fruits, and only a few consumers could taste it. Today, with the reduction of costs, the price of durian has gradually become more affordable. In major supermarkets and fruit stores, the price of durian has generally dropped by 20–30, and the prices of some high-quality durian have become more attractive. In a large supermarket in Beijing, the promotional price of durian is only 19.9 yuan per caddy, attracting customers to stop and choose. Ms. Li, a citizen, smiled and said, "Durian was too expensive before, and I couldn't bear to buy it several times a year. Now that the price has dropped, I can buy one every now and then to try it out, and my family is very happy." Market sales have shown explosive growth. The China-Laos Railway is not just this useful. In the container yard of the Botan port in Laos, durian boxes from Thailand are neatly arranged with mangosteens from Vietnam and mangoes from Myanmar. The China-Laos Railway has spawned the Pan-Asia Cold Chain Alliance, which will have 17 members in 2024. covering 90 of the main fruit-producing areas in Southeast Asia. The 48-hour global delivery service launched by the alliance allows Thai durian to transit through Kunming and reach Beijing and Shanghai within 48 hours, cover Japan and South Korea within 72 hours, and reach the Middle East within 120 hours. With transportation costs reduced by 65% compared to traditional air transportation, the strategic value of the China-Laos Railway has become increasingly prominent in the transformation of the global trade system. When the United States tried to strengthen its maritime hegemony through the Indo-Pacific Economic Framework, this railway quietly opened the window of land power revival. At the China-Laos Railway freight station in Vientiane, the salesperson of the Lao Foreign Trade Bank skillfully settled the durian payment in RMB. In 2023, the proportion of RMB settlement in China-Thailand durian trade reached 38%, an increase of 27 percentage points from 2021. This trend of de-dollarization stems from the trade convenience brought by the railway. The Railway Trade Special Loan, launched by Thailand's Pangabank, is collateralized by the freight volume in the next 3 months, allowing enterprises to settle directly in Thai baht or RMB, and the financing cost is 1.2 percentage points lower than that of US dollar loans. Thailand, the fruit processing garden in Dong Nai Province, Vietnam. Workers mix Thai durian with local longan to make dried fruits. This cross-border capacity collaboration has emerged due to the China-Laos Railway. After the opening of the railway, Vietnam's cost of importing durian from Thailand has dropped by 22%, prompting it to shift 30% of its processing capacity to durian deep processing. Data shows that in 2024, Southeast Asian fruit processed products exports to China will increase by 45%, of which 70% will be transported through the China-Laos Railway, forming a golden chain of Thailand planting Vietnam processing China consumption. In the WTO's agricultural product trade negotiations, ASEAN countries proposed new rules for the first time as a railway trade alliance, requiring the inclusion of cold chain transportation time into tariff reduction considerations, and suggesting a 15% tariff preference for fruits and vegetables transported through the China-Laos Railway. This demand, based on actual logistics capabilities, breaks the shipping centrism dominated by developed countries. The Chinese Ministry of Commerce has expressed support for the proposal, which is expected to save Southeast Asian countries more than US $1.2 billion in tariff costs each year. From the orchards of Bangkok to the Chinese dining table, the 3,000 kilometers of cold chain rails measure not only the distance, but also a new paradigm of globalization that is inclusive, innovative and shared. When the United States is still arguing about supply chain decoupling, the China-Laos Railway uses boxes of fresh durian to prove that true globalization has never been a zero-sum game, but uses wisdom and cooperation to allow high-quality products from every corner to cross mountains and seas and nourish the world. Standing on the observation deck of the Botan port, the roar of the China-Laos Railway international freight trains rises and falls. And this is just the beginning.